Now let us see the types of Samadhi and their hindrances, their attainments. In general, it can be understood as twofold: mundane and supramundane. Again, the mundane concentration is defined on the basis of meditation object contemplated during the practice of concentration. If the object belongs to material form, that is Roop, it is called meditation of form, Rupa Jhan, and it is formless meditation, Arupa Jhan, when the object is without form, Arup. In brief, there are two concentrative states belong to mundane states of mind: meditation with form object and formless object. Material attainment. Now, why do we contemplate on form object? There are 5 negative mental tendencies, technically called hindrances or nivarana, we all possess in the sensual plane of existence. It means all sentient beings are attached or clung to the object of their 5 sense organs. To which realm such as sentient being, hungry ghost and deity do we belong? It depends on our mental state. Until there is a clinging to 5 strings of sensuality, we belong to the sensual plane. Here one practical example can be given. Suppose a man forcibly snatches food from another man and eats it, then this mental tendency shows that the first person belongs to the hungry ghost realm while doing so. In the same manner, we may belong to the God realm by acting so. So, the objective of Rupa Jhana is to suppress all those hindrances of mind which are said to be the obstruction in gaining form and formless meditation. The practice of suppressing these hindrances in the mundane concentration is otherwise called samatha meditation or bhavana. Since this form of meditation quenches 5 hindrances, they are called serenity, samatha. Hence, samatha is equated with samadhi, particularly mundane consciousness. Samatho samadhi. Sensual desire, that is kamachand, hatred, vyapad, sloth and torpor, thinmid, distraction and worry, uddhach kukuch, and doubt, vichikiccha. It is impossible to realize the threefold nature of reality: impermanent, that is anicca, unsatisfactoriness, dukkha, and substanceless anatta, or even concentrate upon any object with their presence. They are called nivarana because they hinder, that is the vowel root var, the path of liberation. The Patisambhida Magga defines samatha as which suppresses the opposite state of mind is samatha. Here the opposite state of mind is negative mental states of nivaranas. Suppression of these negativities is done by the attainment of 5 jhanas through their factors. These 5 factors are vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, and ekaggata. The term vitakka can be translated as decisive thinking. It is the initial application of mind onto the object. It functions as directing the mind onto the object. Aramane chittasya abhiniropan lakhano vitakko. The second factor, vichara, is derived from the root chara, meaning to move. It is the sustaining of mind onto the object. It is said that anumajjan lakhano vicharo. Having directed towards an object, it keeps the mind with the object, that is to say, dwelling onto the object is its function. Arambane, ten chittang vicharati iti vicharo. The bird flaps its wings before taking off and then flies away. Here, flapping of wings by bird is vitakka and flying away is vichara. Buddhaghosa gives 6 examples to show the relationship between these two factors called vitakka and vichara. The third jhana factor is piti or pleasure, one of the psychic factor that can be translated as pleasant state or joy. A sense of joy generated the hope of getting a favorable object to the mind is called piti. Sampiyayan lakhana piti. According to commentarial literature, it is of 5 types. Sapan esa, khuddaka piti, khanika piti, okantika piti, ubbega piti, pharana piti ti, panchavidha hoti. The word sukha can be translated as happiness. It is a kind of pleasant sensation connected with mind. Somanassa vedanaya etang nama. More precisely, it is a state of mental pleasant feeling. Somanassa. Distinction could be made here in between piti and sukh. The former creates an interest in the object while the latter helps in enjoying it. The distinction can be understood by this simile. Seeing water pot from the distance to a thirsty person in a desert is piti, as he has a hope of getting it, whereas the pleasure that comes from reaching that place and drinking water is called happiness. The last jhana factor, ekaggata, here one pointedness concentration of mind on the object is called ekaggata. Chittasya ekagga bhavoti ekaggata. In such a state, the wandering of the mind here and there ends. Such a non-wavering and non-distracted state of mind is meant here. Let us now see what sort of hindrances are getting eliminated by which factor of jhana. The first jhana factor is initial application of mind called vidakka. It suppresses the laziness of mind and mental factor called thin and mid. The second jhana factor is called sustained application of mind called vichara, and it suppresses doubt, that is vichikicha. The third jhana factor is called pleasure, that is piti, and this piti suppresses the hatredness, that is vyapad. The next jhana factor is called happiness or sukha. It suppresses distraction and worry called uddhach and kukkuch. And the last jhana factor is called one pointedness concentration called ekaggata, and it suppresses the strongest hindrances called kama chanda or sensual desire.